So I just got off of Margaritaville at Sea Islander. So many hits, but one big miss. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to Margaritaville at Sea for allowing me to join them on Islander. It was a 5-night out of Tampa. We went to Cozumel and Progresso. They provided me with a breezy balcony stateroom. They prepaid my gratuities. They gave me free Wi-Fi. It was a very generous casino comp offer. I basically got that by reaching out to the casino department online, sending them an email and telling them about my offers on Royal Caribbean, and they offered me that beautiful balcony. Also, there's more than one way to get on Islander for free. They're also offering free cruises for heroes. So think fire, police, military, healthcare professionals. Go to their website and they've got all the details on how you can request your free cruise. I was actually hanging out on board with a couple people who took advantage of this free offer. So the first part of this video is going to be me gushing a lot about the ship and the experience, frankly. But then I'm going to tell you about the one big miss that makes me wonder if I will cruise on Margaritaville at Sea Islander again. Also, keep in mind, I was not paid to make this review. This is my honest take and opinion. So as I said in last week's video that I sent, I had a lot of preconceived notions about what Margaritaville at Sea and specifically the Islander was gonna be like. Having it being a newer cruise line, I was expecting a lot of things to be not quite right. And also it being a Margaritaville brand, I kind of expected the crowd to be a certain way and maybe the quality not to be as good as some other cruise lines. Of course, they launched with Paradise a few years ago, and that ship was basically raked over the coals by a lot of people who cruised on it. But I think they learned a lot about that experience, and they definitely upped their game for Islander. They blew away my preconceived notions about the ship and experience. The clientele was diverse. They were a lot of fun. I had a great time. A lot of really fun, friendly people. There was actually a lot of kids on board as well, but I think that might be more a product of it being spring break than their actual normal clientele. So let's talk a bit about the refurbishment of the ship. The ship was originally the Costa Atlantica. It was built in the year 2000, and you might know it to be a Spirit class ship if you cruise on Carnival. I was actually just blown away by the work they did to refurbish this ship all over the place. The Margaritaville theme is so thoughtfully done throughout the ship, but it's not totally blasting you in the face everywhere. They managed to do it a little bit more subtly. It wasn't tacky, and they also retained a lot of elegance in the ship as well. Start with my room. My room was incredible. All new furniture, new bed, new millwork, really tasteful. The bed was super comfortable, and they had Margaritaville branded linens and also toiletries. I was kind of blown away with how good the room actually was until I realized that maybe even though they're new to cruising, they're not new to designing rooms. There's Margaritaville resorts all over the place, so they have a lot of hotel experience and experience designing rooms. So yeah, big bravo to Margaritaville for the design of this ship. They really hit it out of the park. Now let's talk about the food. The food was top notch. Anything from the main dining to the buffet to the little specialty restaurants, they were all fantastic. Buffet is a little bit smaller than you might get on some ships, but they changed the food every day and every night, and the food selection that they did have was high quality and fresh. It was really good. They had cheeseburger in Paradise as their burger offering on their Lido deck, and it's better than Guy's Burgers. I'm gonna say it straight out. They're fresh burgers, they're smashed, and they were absolutely delicious. The Mexican Cutie Cantina, which is just opposite to Cheeseburger in Paradise, was also fantastic. The breakfast burritos were made with real eggs. They cooked them right on the grill, and they made your burrito to order. Whereas with Royal Caribbean's Mexican offering, they make a ton of burritos and then you just sit under those heat lamps, so they tend to be a little dry and not as good. Really delicious. Also in the morning, both the burger place and the pizza place are turned into omelet stations, so you get fresh made to order omelets. Speaking of the pizza, Pizza was really good. During the day, they make a traditional style pizza, which was delicious. Then at night, they kind of switch these slab style pizzas that they cut into squares just so they can make more, because there actually isn't too much to eat after 9 o'clock on the ship, which is typical for a ship this size. I would say if there's one kind of miss, it is food offerings after 9 o'clock. You basically have a choice of pizza or you can get room service, but room service is a la carte and it's quite pricey. One of the biggest shout outs for me was the service. The service from top to bottom all over the ship was phenomenal. From the stewards, the bartenders and waiters, the dining staff, the front desk staff, everybody was incredible. I would say they rate higher than Princess and Carnival in terms of service. They're right on par with Royal Caribbean, which is a huge compliment. Also, the selections of bars is incredible. Each bar is themed with its own special design. They've got a Havana bar, they've got a bubbles bar, they got a piano bar, and it's all really, really cool. The nightclub is really cool as well. And I would say the handcrafted cocktails you can get at each bar is really interesting as well. So they really did well with this. All right, so the gushing is kind of over. You know this is a casino comp channel, so now we have to get on to the casino. And as far as I'm concerned, the casino was the big miss. So the first thing about the casino, and I know this is going to cause a lot of debate, but it is a non-smoking casino. Now, you might think that's great, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who do, but the fact of the matter is the reason there are only a percentage of casinos being non-smoking is because people like to smoke and drink when they gamble. So casinos will, generally speaking, at least have a smoking section in the casino. So not only do they not have smoking in the casino, but the only smoking section on the entire ship is on deck 10 forward, and the casino is on deck 2 midship. So in order to go have a cigarette, you really have to travel far. I think that drove a lot of people out of the casino, at least for periods, so that could hurt their bottom line. I think a good solution to this may be to have a smoking section a little bit closer to the casino. That might help if they don't want to add a smoking section to the casino. So that might have been a bit of a problem, but the biggest problem by far is their loyalty program. It is very, very mysterious. And I don't even think the people who work in the casino really know about it. So night one, me and my friend Jesslyn were playing some slots. There wasn't too many people in the casino, so we thought maybe, we had some problems getting on the ship the first day, so people may have retired early, but definitely was pretty quiet in the casino, which is not usual for a cruise ship casino. So we're playing along, and we're noticing that our points actually aren't going up. Finally, I hit 1 point, but it's taking forever. So we asked the assistant manager how much we had to cycle through the slot machine in order to earn a point. He was being really evasive about it. He was giving us some stuff about bet level and playing longer and all this kind of stuff. And we couldn't get out of him, like, what is the gate? How much do you have to put into the machine in order to earn a point? I tried to ask the casino host this and then someone else in the casino, and they gave us the same kind of mysterious answer. So that's a huge problem, right? If you don't know what it takes to earn comps, and if it's taking you forever to earn a point, that's definitely going to demotivate people who are in the casino to earn comps from actually playing more. So we ended up playing more, and we actually kind of figured out that it looks like it takes $200 cycled through the machine to earn 1 point. That's really not a good way to run your casino program, because a lot of people are not going to see their points go up and they're going to go, well, why bother? And it really showed. Throughout this cruise, the casino was pretty dead. It only got up to maybe about half full at its peak, and that only happened a couple of nights. The rest of the time, we had our pick of litter of the machines. The tables were doing okay, but the machines were really quiet. The only thing we could find out about like what you actually earned by getting points was if you earn 2 points in a day in the casino, you get free drinks at the casino at night. That's an okay perk, but especially for us who bought the drink package, it really didn't matter. Additionally, you can't do room charges through the slot machines, which is really inconvenient. So you have to use their ATMs, which have prohibitive service fees. So when you put all of these things together, you can see why people weren't really interested in playing in the casino. And as a matter of fact, I ended up playing 2 hours or less every day. I didn't even spend my $100 a day limit that I set for myself on this cruise. So I don't know if I'm gonna get a comp from them, which is a real shame because everything else about this ship was absolutely bang on. The good news about this is I heard from somebody that they've hired a new casino director and they are actually in the process of completely revamping their casino loyalty program. So hopefully in the near future, they will come up with something that, really incentivizes you to play and lets you know what you're going to get if you hit certain levels. I would even consider paying to get back on if they had a decent loyalty program because like I said, this ship was amazing. It was beautiful, the food was good, it was a lot of fun, and it's out of Tampa, which is close to me. If by some strange chance they do give me a comp, I'll let you know in a future video. Coming up next, in 3 weeks' time, I'm on Royal Caribbean's Voyager of the Seas. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm back with my friend Jesselyn, and Prime has reset, so now I'm at 0 points for 2026, which means I have to get back up to 2,500. You're going to see all the videos you normally see in my series, what the casino experience is like, what games I recommend you play and avoid to earn comps, how much money I spend, and a whole lot more. I hope you'll join me. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a like, and subscribing to my channel. And of course, click the notification bell if you want to know when the Voyager series comes out. Thanks so much for watching.